India is a land of incredible diversity, not just in its cultures and landscapes but also in its wildlife. Among the most fascinating of its creatures are the monkeys. These primates, with their intelligent eyes and agile movements, have captured human imagination for centuries. They are woven into the fabric of the country's myths. In this exploration, we will journey into the lives of three particularly special Indian monkeys. Deep within the lush evergreen rainforests of the Western Ghats, a mountain range in southern India, lives a truly striking monkey. This is the home of the Lion-Tailed Macaque. These monkeys are creatures of the high canopy, preferring to spend their entire lives far above the forest floor. They live in a world of dense leaves, hanging vines and towering trees that have stood for centuries. The Lion-Tailed Macaque is unmistakable, a silvery white mane framing a dark face. Glossy black fur contrasts with the pale mane, and a long tail ending in a tuft gives it a lion-like silhouette. Lion-tailed macaques are highly social, living in troops typically led by one dominant male, several females, and their young. They watch for predators, eagles, leopards, and communicate with a broad repertoire of calls from soft coos to loud barks. Their diet is varied, primarily fruits but also leaves, buds, flowers, insects, and even small lizards, showing intelligence and nimble hands. Grooming and play reinforce social bonds. The young chase and tumble while adults keep watch. In their vertical world, the lion-tailed macaque is a specialist perfectly adapted to life in the ancient canopy. Across a much wider range of India, from the Himalayan foothills to the southern tip of the peninsula, you can find the Hanuman Langur. Unlike rainforest specialists, Hanuman Langurs are incredibly adaptable. Living in dense forests, dry scrublands, and bustling towns, they are often seen near temples where they are revered and fed by people, forming a unique cultural bond. Living alongside humans gives them opportunities and challenges, as they learn to accept food offerings and navigate urban hazards. Hanuman Langurs are graceful, long-limbed monkeys with very long tails often looped in an elegant curve. Most have gray fur, dark faces, and black hands and feet, framed by a lighter ruff and expressive brows. They typically live in one of two group types: single male groups with females and offspring, or all-male bachelor groups. Grooming and social interactions are central. They build cooperative bonds and calm societies. Primarily leaf eaters, their stomachs are adapted with complex chambers like a cow's to digest tough cellulose, but they are opportunistic too, eating fruits, flowers, buds, and in urban areas accepting offerings. Seen as living symbols of the monkey god Hanuman, they occupy a special place in Indian life. In a small remote corner of the world between the Manas River in Bhutan and the Sankosh River in Assam, lives one of the most beautiful and mysterious monkeys on Earth. This is the exclusive home of the Golden Langur. Named for its breathtaking coat, in sunlight their fur can appear creamy white or burnished gold. Like other langurs, they have a black face and a very long tail that aids superb balance in the treetops. Remarkably, the young are often born pure white or cream and develop their golden hue as they mature. Golden langurs live in family groups typically led by a single male. Female allomothering is common and deeply cooperative. They are specialist herbivores, primarily eating young and mature leaves, selecting plant parts carefully and changing diets seasonally to include fruits, flowers, and seeds. Staying high in the canopy, their gentle foraging leaves a light footprint on the forest, true specialists of the treetops. But their limited range makes them vulnerable. Seeing one in the wild is a rare and unforgettable experience. When we compare the homes of these three monkeys, we see a fascinating spectrum of adaptability. The lion-tailed macaque is a specialist dependent on continuous, undisturbed canopy of old-growth rainforests. The golden langur is a geographic specialist confined to a small river-bounded region. In contrast, the Hanuman Langur is a remarkable generalist, thriving from forests to city parks. All three live in social groups but differ. Stable one-male macaque troops, flexible langur groups, peaceful cooperative golden langur families. Their communication varies. Loud whoops of langurs, the macaque's cooing calls to stay in contact, and the golden langur's subtle calls. Raising young differs too. Tightly guarded macaque infants passed around langur infants, and gentle cooperative allomothering among golden langurs. Across appearance, behavior, and social life, these species reflect different evolutionary solutions to living in India's varied landscapes. Monkeys are more than inhabitants, they are architects and gardeners of the forest. A macaque swallows fruit, travels through the canopy, and deposits seeds with natural fertilizer, planting the forests of the future. Leaf eating and selective feeding act like pruning, stimulating new growth and allowing sunlight to reach lower levels. Their feeding creates niches. Peeled bark and dropped fruit provide habitat and food for insects, deer, pigs, and rodents. As keystone species, monkeys help maintain biodiversity. Their presence is an indicator of forest health. If their populations decline, it signals ecosystem trouble, a warning scientists take seriously. Understanding their role reveals how interconnected life in the forest truly is. Despite their importance, all three species face grave threats, the greatest being habitat loss. For canopy specialists like the Lion-Tailed Macaque, broken canopies create gaps they cannot cross, fragmenting populations into small islands. Roads and power lines slice through forests, causing collisions and electrocutions as animals attempt to cross. Where monkeys live near people, crop raids and home intrusion can cause conflict. In some areas, illegal hunting and snares persist. Fragmentation reduces gene pools, causing inbreeding and weakening populations. Climate change alters fruiting seasons. Droughts can cause food shortages affecting reproduction and survival. Golden langurs with tiny ranges have nowhere else to go. Combined pressures push species toward extinction. The time to protect these special monkeys is now. Declining numbers are a clear signal that the natural world is in trouble. Many monkeys live in national parks and sanctuaries which provide legal protection. But these areas are often too small. Creating and protecting forest corridors, strips of trees that link patches, is essential to connect populations. Education empowers communities. Local workshops, outreach leaflets, and global awareness help build shared responsibility. Simple, practical steps, securing waste bins and non-lethal crop protection, reduce conflict and save lives. Support NGOs on the ground, choose sustainable products that avoid deforestation, and share these animals' stories. Policy matters. Enlarging reserves and enforcing protections are critical steps. Community-led patrols and reforestation projects can relink habitats. Together, we can be guardians of their world. As our journey ends, we return with admiration for the lion-tailed macaque, the Hanuman Langur, and the golden langur. Each is a masterpiece of evolution, part of a complex tapestry of biodiversity that sustains us all. The shadows of deforestation, fragmentation, and conflict loom, but there is reason for hope. Scientists, conservationists, and communities are working, creating protected reserves, planting corridors, and raising awareness. Our choices matter. As consumers, citizens, and storytellers, we can safeguard these species and the forests they call home. Let us choose to be guardians, so future generations can hear their calls and marvel at their lives.